is going on, everybody? KJ Wiggums back on Bucks County, and we have finished up that contract on Field 7. I'm not quite sure why my video got corrupt for it, but I do have a screenshot of that job being completed. Let me go ahead and throw that up right now. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I am heading back to the farm. We're going to... I have another IBC barrel of fertilizer back there. We're going to go ahead and get this tank, or the sprayer filled back up. And then we are going to go over and hit field 40, our new field. And I guess I can also show you off the little bit of landscaping that I did. One of the other things that I did during some off-screen work is I narrowed our main entrance. I talked about it a few videos back, and I wasn't exactly sure if I was going to do it, but I actually did. I went through and redid it, and I think it worked out a lot nicer. As you can see, it's a little bit more narrow through here. You can see that where the grass and all that stuff is put as I lowered it, so I think it turned out pretty nice. Just added some more grass textures down here just to give it a little bit more of a lived-in feel. Let's go ahead and back up here to the IBC barrel and fill this back up. There we go. While that's filling up, I'll show you. I brought in the grass texture through here, kind of brought it up through here. I widened our entrance into our grass field right here a little bit as well. I just thought that for future planning would look pretty good. And then came through, we landscaped out here, brought this road clear back through here, and then all the way around here to field 40 where it opens back up. The other thing I want to do in this episode is, after we get that field done, is I want to bring the road out here. I'll probably just do it. I might do it on or off camera. I'm not sure yet. But I want to put in our little shed back here that we're going to be putting hay bales and stuff like that in. Just to get a little bit more expansion here on the farm. I think that's going to look pretty good back in there. And then it sets us up, if we are able to get another cut off of here, I may just turn that all into hay. That way, alright, we're full. That way I can start getting prepared for the horses next year. We are still in early autumn, so it's going to be a little bit of time before we get those horses. It's probably going to be this time next year is what I'm actually looking at. Let's go ahead and get that opened up. So yeah, this time next year is when I'm looking at getting the horse stables put in. And then hopefully we will also be able to get some money in from that. We're going to put in the oats this year. I've been working on the rotation of what's going to be the best rotation for yield, and kind of flip-flopping back and forth between oats and grass yields pretty well. The other thing I'm also thinking is this may become a grass field this year, and then our grass area that we've been cutting this year will become our oat field. We don't need a whole lot of oats for the horses because we're not going to have that many horses, and we're not going to need that many straw bales. So I think if we did grass down here, we would yield a lot more bales of silage that we could also possibly turn some of that into hay. And then what we have up there should be sufficient enough for us to get through our first winter with the horses, maybe our first year. We may have to buy a straw bale or two, but I'm not sure. I don't know how much we are going to yield off of that. I'm not 100% sure. So it's going to be a gamble, but I think it's going to be overall our best shot and making this work to our advantage. Because at the moment, the silage bales are still our bread and butter. It is what we make our money off of here, and I don't foresee that changing with bringing in the horses. Um, Maybe experiment a little bit later on with the different crops that we can grow. Maybe do some arable farming, but I don't even know if that is going to make a huge difference in anything right away because we still don't even have a harvester. Um, that one should be coming. I'll probably buy that towards the end of winter time once we start selling some of these silage bales because that's the best time to sell the silage so far. Looking like we're going to yield a pretty decent price off of that. I just got to keep an eye on that. Um, but other than that, I think everything else is going pretty well. It seems like we're still able to bring in a little bit of money here and there with the contract, picking up contracts here and there. That last one, it brought in 11,000. Unfortunately, there's no other fertilizing jobs that require liquid fertilizer. Everything else is solid. And at the moment, we just don't have a solid fertilizer spreader. I am in the market. I'm looking for one. I just haven't been able to find a nice John Deere solid fertilizer sprayer that we could put on the back of either the 4010 or the 4840. So we'll take it, one step at a time. We'll see. I'm sure eventually I'll be able to find something, but that's all right. So how is everybody doing? I hope you guys didn't mind the fact that we did not stream on Monday night. AJ did stream, but what we are looking at doing is we're probably not going to be doing flight sim with the flight around the world on Mondays. Just with AJ's schedule and stuff like that, and the time we have to do everything and stuff he has to do for his own Twitch channel, we're not having the time to do it. So I am looking at possibly streaming Bucks County on Monday nights and having a live stream, maybe doing a job or two live. And that's kind of where I'm at with that. It's either that or doing maybe some truck simulator on Monday nights. As you can tell, we had a video come out for Bucks County on Tuesday. This is the second week in a row we haven't had an American Truck Simulator. I just feel like my progress on the maps here on Bucks County mainly has been pretty slow, and I wanted to be able to get a lot more work done on here and grow this farm. It's taken a lot longer than I originally anticipated, so I'm thinking Bucks County is going to start coming out twice a week. I'm having a lot of fun on here. You guys seem to still be enjoying all of this, so I do think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going with the Bucks County on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Bring the Cattleman Diaries with Adam, bring that in on Wednesdays. We have the Flight Around the World on Fridays. That's a live stream. And then possibly doing American Truck Simulator on Monday evenings as a live stream as well. So let me go ahead, let me get everything set up for messing around with this shed. I'll throw a cool little montage of the farm that I've been working on in between here. And then I will see you guys back here in a second. Alright, so what I did was I came in here, I flattened out a decent part of this land. Just so I know, I know it takes a little bit of room for these things to get placed, and then it allows me a little bit of area to landscape. I'll be able to slope this down a little bit smoother. I'll clean up all the edges and stuff like that, make this all look a lot nicer. And then we'll be able to work our road in, and it looks like I'll have to smooth along this edge as well to make sure we have a nice gradual uh, decline into our new bale shed. So let's go ahead, let's click on, oh, I was already on it. Let's get our bale shed. And I'm thinking, probably tuck it in the corner just like that. And bring it up to about right there. I think that fits in there pretty nicely. Doesn't look like any of the trees are clipping into it. So we'll go ahead and put that in right there. Let's go check, see if we have to do any extra landscaping to fix anything. Nope, looks like everything is touching the ground. Nothing is floating. You see on the back here, I might have to bring this out just a little bit more and then slope it down, which is alright. I'm alright with that. So now what I want to do is I am going to have to smooth this front piece out, and then we are going to get our road put in. So we'll step back here, go into the landscaping tool. Alright, so I do want to up that to 1%. We're going to zoom in here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Wrong button. Oh, man. Let's go ahead and get this all smoothed back down. Took out a lot more of the field than I really wanted to on that one. Darn it. Meant to hit Y. So we can go ahead and smooth all of this out. Oh, man, that stinks. I can't believe I just did that. That's alright. We'll smooth this out through here. This is where the road will come in. Make sure that's all good. Oh, yeah, everything looks good there. Everything's coming up aces. That's alright. Break all that down. Let's go over here. Smooth this all out. Here we go. We'll come back here. We're going to have to, like I said, bring this out just a little bit more. And then just smooth it ever so slightly, just so it's a little bit more rounded. There we go. There we go. Back corner floating now. Just a little bit. Let's bring you out. There you go. See if I can just flatten that out just a little bit so it's not so bumpy. That'll work. That'll work for me. Alright, so let's switch over to our paint tool. And then we are going to want to paint inside of here. This is what our bales will sit on. Probably should just bring this out into like a little, yeah, little half circle there, kind of like a little cul-de-sac. And then we'll break off of the main road here, which will come in. There we go. Perfect. And then, of course, what I'll do like final touches, make everything look nice and neat and all that stuff. we catch it? Probably make this one more smaller. There we go. There we go. That looks better. Yeah, I'll do the final details. I'll go ahead and get all this dressed up, and then, yeah, and then we'll go from there. All right, everybody. So I went through and I did the final details. I love this look of just that hay shed just sitting out there in the distance a little bit away from the main farmyard right now. Went through, added in the grass textures and stuff like that. Looks like there's a couple spots I need to hit up here, but that's okay. Got the grass coming all the way up, all the way around. Little spots growing here and there, and this is where we are going to be putting our hay and straw to store it out of the elements. That way, once we get the horses, everything will be good. Horses, I'm still planning on being somewhere in this general area over here. I think is going to be the best bet for them. So that's where they are going. Things are looking up. Some more expansion on the farm. A little bit low on the money. Not a big fan of that. I wasn't really paying attention when I was landscaping that. That overall cost us $23,000 to not only purchase the shed, but to do the landscaping around the area to make sure it sits flush. But, you know, I guess we are the struggling farmer. This is what happens when we are building our farm up. So we'll see what happens from here on out. I did pick up a contract on field 29. They did have a liquid fertilizer option come up, so we did take that. It's going to bring in another $6,900, which is pretty decent. Field 29 is... Where's field 29? Right over here. This is the other one. Yeah, okay. Yep, so we're going to head over there. We're going to take care of that. And then I'll probably bring you guys back in when we're just about done with that, halfway done with that field. So let's go ahead and see, I'll go ahead and I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. So, as you can see, our money is up to $43,000. Our day is up to mid-autumn. And I did not release a time-lapse or bring you guys back in for that last bit of that fertilizing on field 7. The other thing you're going to notice is our grass is extremely tall again. So, what happened? TNT Modding released an update for Bucks County for the PC version, which helped deal with one of the windrow issues that we were having on here. There was just certain directions that you could not windrow, so he sent out an update that fixed that issue. However, the problem is that update required a new save game. So what I had to do is I had to come in here and I had to rebuild the entire farm. I think I got it pretty darn close to what it is. I don't have the extra trees in down here or over here, and I don't know. I think this main barn in front of us is a little bit straighter, but overall the farm is exactly the same. We have all the sheds still set up to where they pretty much were. We have all the equipment that we had. Everything is still the same on here as it was. I did my best to match it up as close as possible. So this is what we're working with. This is the new update of Bucks County for the PC version. You can see it's still got all the equipment. I had to go through, write everything down, bring it all over. The 4840 is missing the front weight. I believe we had a front weight on that. So I have to go ahead and get that on there as well. And then I just came through, added all the roads back in, and everything like that. The only other thing I changed was I came in here and I cleared this area out. and laid stone down in here. That way we had a little bit of a nicer area to store our silage bales for the year. And then down here again, we come all the way down to field 40. I took the time, got it all plowed back out and ready to go. Looks like there's a couple areas that I could probably touch up with grass, but not a big deal. And then what we worked on in the beginning of this video is putting in our hay and straw barn little storage area. So we got the nice divider in here, put hay on one side, straw on the other is how we'll work that. But that does mean, because the grass is cut up, I am going to take advantage of it. And, you know, unfortunately, we had to re-update the map, and we had to change some things around, but it is going to get us some more silage bales, which will help us in the long run. I also, for some reason, feel like our grass field is bigger than what it was, and I don't know how that's possible. The only thing I can think of is maybe everything down here was shifted back a little bit more. And I'm thinking that's what it might be. I have everything pushed forward a little bit more. So, not a huge deal. Everything, like I said, everything is darn near spot on to what it was before. With just little minor changes and stuff like that. So, still leading up to our fuel tank. A road that leads up here to our field. This is our entrance, which eventually I'm thinking of maybe putting a fence in here and separating this off a little bit. I'm not sure. But, yeah, so that is the update for the rest of this video. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of that stuff. I didn't get any of that stuff done and recorded because of that. I was back and forth between doing that and talking to TNT Modding on the Discord, and just did not record anything. So we got a fertilizing field on 7 done, and we got one on, I think it was 2018, 19, maybe 19, and field 19, which brought us up to $43,000, which isn't too shabby, back on the climb. And now that we're going to have all this extra silage bales, is going to be even nice too, because a small part of me is thinking about coming through and cutting some of this area as well, just to maximize it. So with that being said, we are going to end this one here, and I will, yeah, you can see this is another thing, our yard is a lot smaller than what it was before too, so that's all right. But yep, I'm gonna end this one here. I gotta get this video all taken care of and edited together and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna come through, I'll probably cut this field off camera. I might even bale it up and wrap it up off camera as well. I'm not 100% sure yet. So I'll take care of all of that, and then I will catch you guys in the next one. As always, happy farming.